particularly the transnational capitalist class, have been able to exploit trade at the benefit, to their benefit and at the expense of the global south. And we see that very much in critiques from India, from Argentina, from Brazil. That is quite different to what we think of as various Asia rising narratives. And the Asia rising narratives, which can be about Asia in general, about the sort of giants of India and China, about China specifically, the Chinese dreams. These are actually narratives that, instead of seeing developing states as being downtrodden from the trading system, actually see them as great beneficiaries, also through their hard work, but through the opportunity. And we've seen an extraordinary rise in living standards in Asia that's been unmatched by elsewhere through this period of economic globalization. And this is an interesting one to think about if you think about the protectionist narrative, about the relocation of manufacturing and the devastating effects that has had. That's really that story of relocation of manufacturing as told from the losers. Whereas the Asia rising narrative, which looks at the growth of the middle class in Asia and these beautiful new gleaming cities, is really the same story but told from the side of the winners. Then we have the against Western hegemony narrative, and this is one where you see China and Russia really coming together to say that the West is hegemonic and hypocritical. And that's one in many ways which is the flip side of the geoeconomic narrative. So the geoeconomic narrative that very much sees security and the security concern of the authoritarian regimes. What we see with China and Russia is they also have security concerns that are affecting their policies, but those are about the abusive power that the West has had given its role in the global economy, with concerns about things like SWIFT and sanctions. And finally, what we see is in